In this lesson, I will show you how to create a DHCP reservation. But first, let's take a look at the different scopes options. Go open the DHCP Manager. I will expand the DHCP server node. Click on the IPv4 node. Open the scope node. Here we have the scope for the 10.10.10.0 network that we named Zintec LAN. The first option just under the scope is the address pool, where we defined the IP range for our network. Here is the address range with the starting IP address and the ending IP address. And here is the excluded IP addresses, starting at 10.10.10.2 and ending at 10.10.10.40. Here you have the address lists, where you can see the IP addresses already assigned to the clients. In the first column, you have the assigned IP address. In the second one, you have the client's name, USWABWS001. And in the third column, you have the lease expiration date. And just here, you have the reservations. Before I show you how to create a reservation, let's answer this question. What is a DHCP reservation? A DHCP reservation ensures that a DHCP client is always assigned the same IP address. We have seen in the previous videos that a DHCP server pick a free IP address available in the IP pool and assign it to a client. The client keep then this IP address during the lease period, let's say for 8 days. When the lease period expires, this IP address will be available and can be assigned again to any other client who asks a DHCP for an IP address. So, if you want to assign the same IP address to a specific client, the DHCP service offers a functionality called reservation, which binds a specific IP address to a specific client. But why do you need to fix a device IP address? There could be many reasons for that. It could be for traffic filtering need, if you want to give a group of computer Ethernet access and deny this access to the rest of the other computers. You are going to create a traffic rule on your organization firewall that allows this group of computers with specific IP addresses to access the internet. In order for this rule to work, the computers must have a fixed IPs. Now let's create a reservation. We have this PC with the IP address 10.10.10.41. Now I want to assign it the IP address 10.10.10.50 instead. To do that, you have to right-click on the reservation container and click on New Reservation. First, you need to type the reservation name. Let's name it CEO PC. In the IP address field, the network IP is already populated. You just need to enter the host address, 50. Now you need the device MAC address to bind it to the IP address. Let's bring the Windows 10 machine in front of the screen. Let's open the command prompt. I will type ipconfig/all command. And here is the MAC address. I will select it and hit the Enter key to copy it into the clipboard. I will go back to the Windows Server VM and paste the clipboard content. For the description, I will just copy paste the reservation name. Finally, click on the Add button to create the reservation. Let's close this window. The reservation is now created. What I am going to do now, in order to check if my reservation works, is to release the old IP address and ask for a new one. In the Windows 10 VM, I will type this command: ipconfig/release, followed by ipconfig/renew command. It needs a few seconds in order to complete. Okay, you can see that the new IP address is now 10.10.10.50. This IP address will be assigned all the time for just this PC. Now let's see what changed in the address leases area. I need to refresh the view. You can see that the same machine has been assigned the reserved IP address. And notice the lease expiration column content. The expiration date and time has been replaced with the reservation mention.